actually in the screen?
Yep, you're right in the bullseye middle. And it's recording. I don't like it.
Why?
Because you're not smiling or anything.
Well, I'm not ready to shoot yet. All right there, everyone. We are back again. And this time I'm bringing you a fairly simple project. But hopefully, since this is a very simple one and fairly inexpensive as well, it may kind of hopefully make a small impression and maybe give you a little bit of an idea to follow along with this. We're going to take a look at the rear area storage behind my crew cab rear seat, and so our mission today, if you choose to accept it, is stop the madness. Okay, that might have been a little overdone, but here's some of the items that were stuffed behind the seat that are getting all crunched and crinkled and just not handled well. Some extra gloves of different sorts for projects ranging from anything from maybe just driving longer distance to dealing with removing trees, other items that might be in the way when running a trail. So we've got some heavier gloves here. Over on the other side, the yellow one. These are a heavily insulated pair because, as you'd heard me mention before, it gets rather cold in Maine from time to time. So this is an idea that I co-opted. Oh yeah, and I got my little, well, it's a little bigger than a knife, but not quite a full-out sword type thing. It's an in-between. I picked this up the other day at a gun shop. Pretty nice little piece. So anyway, I'm going to co-opt an idea that somebody had posted, and I was very thankful for them doing that, sharing that with everyone, and I'm going to see if I can share it with more people here along the way. This is a very simple one. I'm going to be putting a cargo net back here, which if I remember correctly, actually originally belongs to a Hyundai Santa Fe. I will check that and post that in the video notes. I believe that's correct, and it's going to just basically hang right in here along the hooks and give me a place to get everything a little more organized. Here's my guide of Maine for the paved roads, but also the unpaved roads. This is a book that's no longer actually being published, although hopefully it is coming back because Delorme got purchased by, I forget, one of the GPS manufacturers now, if I remember right. But anyway, you can see the edge of the book. This thing's gotten a little roughed up, and I'm not happy about that. It's having a tough life, and these are not easy to come by. They were $20 or $25 when they were new, but now, unless they start republishing them, they're going to be pretty much whatever's out there. And if you can get somebody to part with one, because pretty much anybody in Maine that ever ventures off a main road has got one of these, because they need to know where they're going to, so they're not going to be too willing to want to sell their copies. So I'm trying to keep mine from getting completely destroyed. So here we go. Let me dive in, and we'll start the install. This is going to be really an easy one. All I'm going to need here, I believe, if I follow exactly what the other fella did, was a few wire ties and a lineman's diagonal snips to cut the wire ties, or you could always use the scissors. And that should be the extent of it. So here we go. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, this is a very quick project, very easy. Probably took me longer to video this than it did to install it. So like I said, here's the heavy lined gloves that I'd picked up. Don't even remember exactly where, somewhere along the way. Got them stashed. There's a couple other pairs of work gloves. I've got some heavy leather ones here for working with like steel cable or tree branches, or anything that might have spines or something along that way. I took over here and put a wire tie through the loops to make a little pocket so that my little, whatever you want to call this, bush knife, I'm not sure what the proper description for that is. It's shorter than a machete, but definitely not a pocket knife. It's somewhere in between. Made a nice little space for that. And the install really couldn't be easier. This is just a big, stretchy, folded over type of net. And I just took a wire tie and wrapped it around the factory post where the seat, when it's back up in the folded position, just locks onto. Down here at the bottom, this one might be a little hard to see. Let's see if I can get in there. The bottom loop, I just took a wire tie and wrapped it around the steel plate here of the seat post that holds the back to the base or the bottom of the seat. Just did that in both sides. Right, so I've got everything just wrapped around here like that. As I pointed out, I got this over here. A phone call came in and interrupted my video, so sorry about that. You know, when you're working with whatever equipment you've got available, sometimes it just goes like that. Anyway, so like I said, back to a quick recap here, and just taking and folding. As you can see, here's the lock tab, so I just got that hanging just right off of there. Just go ahead and flap the seat back into place, and it works out real nice. Keeps everything vertical, and you know, keeps everything from falling down into that little trough all the way at the bottom behind the seats and getting smashed, as unfortunately what had happened a little bit, as I'd mentioned, to the Delorme, the main Atlas and Trail Guide here. I may have to take that inside and put a heavy book on top of it, see if I can squash it back, as some of the pages did get a little roughed up. But anyway, not to belabor the point, you see this is a really easy install. I wouldn't even give this a 1 star on a rating of 10. It's so simple. You'd probably be done in 5 minutes or less. So I hope that inspires you maybe to kind of, you know, jump out there and get the bull by the horn, see if you can maybe clean up a little bit of your madness as well, if the area behind your seat looks anything like mine does. And I'm happy. This was less than 20 bucks for the entire project. I think it was very good. I think it's worthwhile doing, and you know, try to keep a little more order from the chaos that I've got going on inside the truck here. So until next time, Frontier Geek signing off.